This joke worked a lot better in theory. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in Monster of the Week part ? Of our Monster of the Week one-shots that have been presented by LBHackEmUp. Thank you, LB, for running this game. Today is April 10th, 2023, and you are loved, and that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards where anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions to ask myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us. I would click the link in the stream deck, but I moved it behind some stuff so I could do that opening gag that did not carry over. So hey, you want to know where else you can find them? In the description of this video or audio cast down below. That's a fun place to... Okay, he's just stretching. This cat has been like clawing at the carpet all fucking week, and it's been driving me bonkers. But let's say you already support this wonderful show on Twitch, on YouTube, and you'd even go so far as to go to Patreon or Twitter. Well, guess what? If you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got crop tops, we got throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks. We even have face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf1201, where all of the proceeds of our merch is currently going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause or possibly help support the show, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. That is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But with that in mind, I guess I'm first in this displayed order. So I guess I'll say hello, everybody. I am the Indoor Adventurer, he, him. And tonight I'm going to be playing as Marty Winszeki. We both go by he, him. Then it's Cyber.
Hi, I'm Cyber. I use he or whatever pronouns. Today I'm going to be playing Luke Wilkinson. Luke Wilkinson goes by he, him, and he is a para-romantic.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener, she, her, and tonight I'm playing as Jackie Lopez, they, them, and they are the Monsters Playbook.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And good evening, campers. I'm going to be your keeper of secrets, your warden of whispers, and your tabletop for this evening. I think I just kicked a cat. I'm so sorry. We're gonna get into things. For those of you who do not know about Monster of the Week, it is a very fun rules light setting by Mad Hat Evil Hat Productions. It's a very fun system, very roleplay based, and one of the things that the game facilitates for the players is giving a history of all of the characters and how they got together, how long they've known each other, that sort of thing. So you figure that out at the beginning of the first episode or at the beginning of the one shot. But before we do that, I'll get into the setting a little bit so that you guys can kind of get an idea of where you are and what's going on, so that there's you can fit yourselves in there as you like. So we are starting at Camp Rockshore, which is a summer camp for 10 to 13-year-olds in Upper Michigan. The camp is a little older. It's a little run down. Tony, the owner, stopped trying to maintain it since this is the last summer that he's going to own it, and then it's going to be open under his ownership. A company that has come in will remove and will renovate and reopen it in a couple of years as a music camp. They've already bought land to the north and have starting added on to it up there. But before they have access to this land, you have one last summer. This is a very typical camp. This setting is going to take place in 1990, so cell phones aren't super prominent all around. Even so, the reception isn't great. There's one computer with internet access in the main building, But there are a lot of books and things for kids to do that are offline. So some of the things that this camp offers as far as classes are archery, pottery, painting, mythology, diving, music, survival, and poetry classes. So the kids get to go out, have fun. They can go on the lake. As far as the layout goes, you're in the middle of the woods, and the camp kind of opens up to a large lake with a big sort of, it's not a very high cliff, but there's a very rocky cliff at the face of the camp. But you can go down, and there is a swimming hole sort of space where they've put sand in a little off the ways. But the view from the camp, where all the main area is, where they have bonfires, and the mess hall kind of overlooks this lake with all these beautiful rocks, and it leads up to some hills in the background across the lake. There is a river that goes into the lake from the north, and it's basically a typical camp. They have dining halls, staff lounges. It's just not super huge. There's probably about 50 children there, and probably 10 camp counselors, just to keep everybody in line. They have a chef, there's the head counselor and the owner, and a 50 kids seems like too little. Probably about 100 kids. Yeah, any questions about that so far? Okay. All right. So every player has questions from their playbook of their histories. Do y'all see your histories?
Yes.
Thank you. Why don't we go around and have everybody give a little blurb about their character, and keep in mind some of your questions that maybe you think would fit with other people. So Simon, why don't you take it away? Give us a little, tell us about Marty's personality and his appearance, and a little bit of his history that you've come up with.
Okay. So, as far as his history goes, he's from New York, is what we're gonna say that this accent is. If you don't know where in New York, that's on you. There are many places in that city that I've definitely been to at least the once before. As far as what he's doing at this summer camp, I had suggested possibly maybe that he either does AV work or teaches like an audio-visual class, because that's a hip thing with the kids. A lot of them are raised on MTV, so they go off to camp, they kind of learn how to do that a little bit themselves. We teach them how to make a very small movie that we show on a projector at the end of the week for all the kids. So they feel like they've done something, and really helps the spirit, keeps the spirit of cinema alive. On that end, as the spell slinger, I feel like I have had to perform magic in front of the kids before, for whatever reason, and when they ask, I just say that it's practical effects, and that isn't cinema great. And all the kids are like, wow, I can't believe that practical effects can do all of that. And then there's that one kid who's like, I'm going to be a Foley artist. And you're like, yeah, you are. Foley's incredible. That's what keeps the spirit of cinema alive. So that's kind of him. As far as his feelings and opinions about the camp closing, he loves this job. Tony's a nice guy, he's I'm sure he's family somewhere, maybe not like a cousin or an uncle or something like that, but maybe like a couple removed. He's nice, does not know how to run a business. I will give him that. It is a shit show out here a lot of times. But I feel like Marty would really enjoy his time here. Maybe he started here, I want to say 4 years ago, 5 years ago. We'll say 6. We'll say 6, that he was 16 when he started this job. And now, it's not even that he started this job here, but he went to the summer camp. and has kind of like seen it through, and now wants to make sure that, like, you know, he sees what a positive change that it can be. It started like begrudgingly, but he see it now. So that's kind of him in a nutshell. Is that like he's in the sense where the camp's closing, this too shall pass. You'll figure something out.
Yeah, I dig it. So how old is he?
I'd say 22.
22. Perfect. Okay. All right. Connor, why don't you tell us about Luke?
What's up? My name's Luke. Luke, very recently out of high school, so like 18, 19. He teaches some of the survival classes over here, and shit, man, I don't want to have to look for another job after this. Fuck. That's
Tell us about your relationship.
Luke's got a boyfriend. Eric's around. That's it.
Yep. Okay. And as far as Eric's personality goes, I think that he's the more outwardly charismatic of the two. Just like friendly to everybody sort of bloke. Ripped to shit. With like that early 90s like floppy hair. And I think he's really good with the kids. And he is a monstrous. He is a supernatural being. And he's a werewolf, a straight werewolf.
Mhm.
Yeah. But he has it under control.
Well, he's a gay werewolf, but
yeah, well, which one's not? So but yeah, so I'm seeing he's got his werewolf stuff under control as far as like if he doesn't really bust out randomly or make mistakes. He's got it under control. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Luke? Is he from this area? And
yeah,
like,
he's
just
from
works
around.
here?
He's like from town's probably like 20 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely not. He's definitely not flown far from the high school.
Yeah. All right. Jackie, take it away.
Well, shoot, I was gonna take survival. I got a question.
Yeah.
Is there zip lining at this camp?
Sure.
Okay. We'll say that Jackie, well, they do the zip lining group. It's like once a day, we ride canoes up the river. That's like on the north side of the lake. We ride the canoes up the river, and then we leave the canoes to just free float back down to the lake, and then we ride the zip line back.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jackie's job. They're fairly like outgoing, but like they don't seem very well socialized. But that's fine with kids. In fact, it makes them seem really cool and quirky. But talking to their peers is less successful, should we say. How much should I talk about their monsters playbook?
I mean, I think that the players won't pull into their knowledge if their characters don't know it. So as much as you want to share as a player.
Well, all of my history stuff, like all my history questions, like for like making connections, assumes that the other players know.
Okay, how about this? How long have you worked at the summer camp?
I want to say like they've been longer than anybody. They've been there longer than any of the other counselors.
Okay.
Like did the owner like own the camp? Like they came into like
Yeah.
Did they start the
Like,
camp or did they come into ownership of it?
Yeah, they started the camp probably in the 70s. I'm just picturing a lot of like the camp counselors with short shorts and like
Right.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, Jackie just sort of showed up one day and they couldn't get them to leave. So they put them to work, essentially.
Yeah. How old is Jackie? Or how old does Jackie look?
They look to be in their like early 20s.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They got one of those faces, you know?
Yeah. How old actually is Jackie?
It's a good question. I never come up with answers for this.
Is it like 80 or like actually in her 20s?
Less than that. I don't think that with what Jackie is, I don't think that like that's a preternaturally like long-lived thing.
Okay, cool. All right. Does anybody have so everyone gets one from your playlist. So Jackie and Luke will get one from Marty. You will give one to them. Jackie, you will give one to Marty and to Luke, and then everyone gets two. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Any ideas?
Do we all
so
know?
far?
We all know
Midge.
each other from camp, right?
Yeah. We're all.
Okay.
How long
we all
has-
work here.
How long has Luke worked there? What?
He's probably like volunteered for a couple of years.
Okay.
But this is his first like quote unquote adult job.
Okay. You did the schlepping for a few years, like cleaning and
Helping in the
cooking,
kitchens.
something like that. Yeah, not technically a counselor.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe Marty and Jackie are showing you the ropes of how to be a counselor. You guys each have a cabin under your wing of about 8 kids. And you don't have to keep track of them all the time, but you are like, okay, bedtime's at this, and you know.
Yep.
That's
Got to make sure
that's
that
your-
the bunks are filled.
Yeah, do
when
a
the
head
lights
count in the
go
morning
out.
and the
Yeah.
evening.
Yep.
Yeah. Make sure they don't sneak out. Them's the rules. All right. So how do y'all know each other?
Outside of working together, wings.
Yes.
For one of these, there is an on-again, off-again love interest.
Uh-huh.
Ask them what keeps them apart. Would this be something that you would be willing for Jackie and Marty?
I could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not against it.
Okay. Otherwise, a comrade in arms, you faced the biggest threats together. Because we've been working at this summer camp for like 6 years now. Like, for as long as Marty's been working there, you've been working there because you predate Marty, yeah.
All right, cool. I like that.
Okay, comrade in arms.
Let's do the comrade in arms thing. All right, I have one for you.
Okay.
You lost control one time and almost killed them. Ask them how they stopped you. I feel like this is how you found out my monstrous origin.
Which is
the fact that I'm a jackalope.
Like, when you say jackalope, are you meaning like a were-jackalope or just like a rabbit with horns?
Yeah, it's just a rabbit with horns.
Okay.
That can shapeshift.
Yes.
Right?
And
But
apparently has almost killed you.
Yeah.
I have almost killed you. Yes.
Even you should have seen the size of the fangs.
I'm very
Look at all the
dangerous.
bones!
Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
My natural attack
Mm-hmm.
does 3 damage.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm very dangerous.
Very capable. So losing control, I don't know, maybe it was like maybe were-rabbits aren't, or not were-rabbits, jackalopes aren't stronger based off of like, oh, is it a new moon, but like on a harvest moon kind of thing, like a very like something
An arbitrary thing.
an arbitrary, like, oh, it was a solstice where all of the planets were in line, and it was a harvest moon, and like it was like one of those yes and lunar eclipses. or solar events, lunar events, and you almost killed me. Is that what it is? You almost killed it.
I almost killed you, and you stopped me.
One of my abilities is to create an ice wall. So I could have just like trapped you in the ice, like lured you out to the lake kind of thing. Where there is a large body of water, and then used that to just like, okay, everybody cool out.
All right. That works for me.
Yeah. And in one of those, like, then after you pop back, just like Spider-Man meme, like, hey, wait a second.
All right.
You know magic? You could turn into a horned rabbit?
Debatably.
I dig it.
Yeah, I'm into it. That
Okay.
works for me. Let's do some Luke stuff.
Okay.
I've got one for you, Luke.
All right.
And I've got a pretty good idea of what happened.
Sure.
They saved you from another hunter who was prepared to kill you. Ask them what happened.
They know about some of your dark secrets, but they've agreed to keep quiet about it. Yeah, Eric tried to eat you.
Yeah, 100. Absolute. Yes. You had to pull your coworker out of your boyfriend's mouth.
He feels really bad about it, okay? He has never stopped apologizing.
Yeah. Awesome. Perfect. And so I know about your boyfriend. And I've agreed to keep quiet about it?
Yeah.
All right.
Was that a question? Maybe it's a threat.
It could be. All right, I know about Luke's boyfriend, and Marty and I are comrades in arms.
All right, Marty and Luke.
Your best friend in the world. You trust them completely.
Hey!
Aww.
Luke, it's my guy! How you been?
Hey, yo!
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, dude?
One of the best campers we ever had right here. Now he works here. Can't keep him from coming back. It's a great time.
Eh.
I
love
dig
that.
it.
And what was yours for Luke? What was Marty's for Luke?
So Marty's, they act as your conscience. When the power goes to your head, ask them about the last time that happened.
The fuck happened last time?
I don't know. Or a mentor from another life. Ask them what they taught you. I don't know what that means. Like, is this like a Shazam thing? Like, were you once an old man who gave me a life lesson and then were reborn as Luke? Like, an old rivalry turned into a tight friendship. What did we fight over?
Oh.
Every year, there's like a capture the flag tournament or something like that. And I feel like like Luke and Marty were always like on separate sides and like kind of like team captains, but then like there was another there was obvious change in the camp counselor structureship, and then we were on the same team one year, and it like we crushed it. We were able to set our capture the flag differences aside, and we stomped it that year. Well, you're 18,
right.
so like maybe that was one of those things. Like, yeah, just I feel like it's somehow related to camp. Is this rivalry?
Yeah,
I mean,
Luke's probably like because he was like volunteering for a while, so he's probably like, since he wasn't actually like a counselor, he was probably like doing some shit that like wouldn't fly if you were a counselor to like give his team like an edge.
It's all right.
And that pissed you off like every fucking year until, oh, wait, now he's doing it for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see what you're doing. Okay, this is actually a little fun.
This is fine. This is great. For sure.
Or like, and like maybe you saw where he was like drawing his lines. Like, okay, so he's not actually like going over any edges.
Yeah. It's just one of those things like didn't know how to process it at the time.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I guess as the keeper, my question is: have you guys fought any supernatural beings before, or worked as a team before this summer? Hunting.
I feel like Marty and Jackie have definitely. But it was mostly, like just like there's a gremlin in the latrine, like it's always been small potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it would be either that or like maybe it's like a clockwork thing. Like at the end of every summer, there's always some weird monster that shows up.
Yeah.
One summer it was me.
Yeah, one summer it was you.
One summer was you. One summer was Eric.
Yep.
And that's
yes.
And that's how you guys fell in love.
Like maybe it's like
like shoved you up against the wall in wolf form. You guys made eye contact, and
Nice.
everything melted away.
Nice. Maybe
I didn't
it's
miss
like
the red flags. I thought they were sexy.
Yeah, maybe it's like, oh, the veil is thinnest at the summer equinox.
During the dog days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
I think that's literally an impetus for that was literally a call to adventure in one of the Percy Jackson books. It's all like, oh, at the end of summer, like it's an auspicious time.
Who's to say?
I want to say, like, usually once a summer there is a roving an old lady that sort of just like randomly shows up every once in a while to one of you and just goes, the summer is ending, the time is right, the sky is bright, but when it's not, that is when danger will erupt. And then she's just gone.
Like we turn her around, it's just like that old woman again, and like immediately,
Fucking
like,
damn it!
like she's back. Like I thought we got rid of her.
Oh man, I didn't get to get any of Mama's green sweet tea this time.
Yeah, she comes around, says all that, and and here you are, Luke, and like
Yeah, right.
sweet tea.
Oh, thanks, Mama.
I also canned some peaches for you.
Oh shit. I mean, thanks.
Oh shoot.
Let me mind my manners.
All right. Any other questions or concerns before we hop into things?
I don't believe so.
No.
All right. So we're going to begin our story on a fairly brisk summer evening. The sun has set. Roast marshmallows. Go back in your normal chair. Marshmallows have been roasted over the fire. The campers are in their cabins, in bed, getting ready. The lights are going to go out in a few minutes before everyone has to go to sleep. You guys have bunks in the cabins, but you don't have to go to sleep when they do. You just have to be like around and keeping an eye on them, sort of thing.
Jackie rarely does that. They scare, like the first night that the campers arrive, they scare them silly with the story of the Volpertinger, which is essentially just a jackalope. And then if anybody tries to sneak out, Jackie like turns into like their jackalope form and like scares the pants off of them. And then nobody ever goes out again.
Choice. What is your rapport with your campers? You have about 8 kids.
I think I just told you.
That seems pretty set. Everyone else, how do you act with the kids? Are you like fatherly, friendly, or older brother? Like what is your
what's the approach
how are they gonna treat
counseling?
them? Yeah.
You know, Marty's whole thing is that like these kids are gonna be kids. He lets them know, hey, like as long as you don't cause any problems for me, I'm gonna tell your parents that y'all were incredible, just the best set of campers. But if I have to report to another counselor because of something that you did, I will tell your parents exactly what happened.
All summer.
All summer.
Everything.
Like I will let them know, or it's like, or if like, oh, you mess up, well, you know, there is a volunteer sheet to help do the dishes, and it would be a shame if your name was on that every single day for the rest of your camping experience. So
what you're saying is like, I can make your experience here very fun, or I can make it very unfun.
yeah. Like literally, don't be a problem.
Yep.
Don't be a problem, and I won't make it one.
I like that. Luke.
Luke tries to do a like older brother kind of thing.
Mhm.
He's still very new to this, so he knows some kids are going to be grossed out
Mhm.
digging into like animal carcasses and shit.
Yeah.
And like dressing them and stuff.
Mhm.
So he does his best trying to accommodate anybody who's clearly not up for that.
Yeah.
It doesn't go well.
Well, you try though, and that's. I think they stuck you with the younger kids, so you have like 9-10-year-old sort of thing, so they're not quite as harsh as the older kids can be with the camp counselors, especially in the 90s. This garbage mouth children. But yeah, so you guys are getting everybody ready for bed, making sure they're in their PJs. They went to the bathroom. The bathrooms are not connected to the cabins. There's about one bathroom for 3 cabins. They're in like pods. So you can go back, and there is a girl side and a boy side where they are separated. And then there's the showering space within those. And you guys are in one of these pods where you each have one of the cabins. And as you guys are starting to, like, it's time to turn out the lights, we'll just jump into things. And all 3 of you in your cabins hear in the woods close by a scream from a terrified scream from a young lady. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to go in the direction of the scream of the terrified young lady.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume that it's an animal, and then I'm going to see Luke's flashlight bobbing by, sigh, roll out of bed.
Okay.
Threaten my campers, and then leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick head count for my campers. Like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. They're all here. I mean, like it does like an additional look at like the one that he knows is a bedwetter. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, and like heads on out in the direction, grabs his flashlight. He has his knife with him because I mean that's you kind of gotta have a knife.
Yeah. In the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
You guys start making your way through these it's quite a thick brush of trees and sticks. There's no quite path that has been trailed through here as of yet. And as you are Luke, you're in front, your flashlight kind of moving around trying to find out the source. You see a person moving towards you, and out of the darkness your flashlight kind of lands on their face, and you can see that they are like terrified, and they like kind of get blinded for a moment by your flashlight and run directly into you. And they are crying and shaking. And
How old is this person?
they look to be in their 20s. One of the
Okay.
counselors.
Do we recognize him?
Yeah. Yep, you recognize this as Patricia.
Patty, what were you doing?
Oh my god, oh my god, I'm sorry.
I think we were before closed caption. I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah, Pat, I can't understand you. You're getting all garbled whenever you cry.
None
Now,
of it
now
is
take a
coming
deep
through.
breath, Pat. Take a deep breath.
If I go too high up, my mic doesn't pick it up and I forget. Okay, I'll calm down. It's Colin. I think something got him. His leg was gone, and then he got pulled into the water. I don't know. It just like goes inaudible for a moment.
Where is this at?
She kind of just points back in the woods. You know that the river is that way.
Marty like looks at them and just make out point. Of course.
It's the butt tree.
Yeah.
That's from our other game. It's a tree that looks like a butt. Everybody knows the
It's
butt
got a
tree.
real juicy. It's a real juicy trunk.
Yeah. So she is very, very upset, crying, and like very clearly shaken and afraid, and doesn't quite know what to do with herself.
Marty will volunteer to get her back to the cabins.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that she is like at least like silver blanket Coco, and then he's gonna run and like meet up with his friends again.
Yeah.
But he feels like Jackie and Luke are probably like the survival guy and the and like the transformative creature are probably going to be better at tracking whatever the hell happened over at the butt tree / makeout point than fucking Marty is. He's got ice magic, sure, but like that doesn't mean nothing.
As soon as Marty says make out point, Jackie just like walks straight into the woods. They don't have a flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
They're the creep that just shows up behind people like in the dark. They will start walking through the woods and go like jackalope and run up there to go and check things out.
All right. Luke and Jackie, you make your way through the woods, I mean, you know where makeout point is for one reason or another, and find your way to this set of trees. Jackie, do you have unnatural senses or like
Yes.
heightened senses? Okay. You start to sort of smell in the air, and you smell the irony tingle of blood, and a lot of it sort of off to your left. And as you both follow this trail, you find your way to a pool that is sort of on the edge of this river that flows next to the camp. You see there is and Luke, do you have anything that would give you, like, do you have any moves when it comes to like trailing something or anything like that? Okay. If you guys would like to, I think we're at a good spot to maybe investigate a mystery, find out what happened here. What's going on?
I would love to do that, particularly since my shapeshifter ability gives me a +1 forward to doing so.
Yo. All right, so we are going to investigate a mystery. Roll plus sharp, please. Or you could hit the investigate a mystery button.
Paranoid.
Oh.
I factored in my +1 already.
7.
All right. Okay. So you each get to hold one or ask one question from the list. You can also ask. You can ask any question. When I run these games, if you have a better question that's more like specific or something, that's totally fine. But if you ask at this point, what sort of creature is it? You're gonna get a more vague answer as to like what you could probably piece from this crime scene. I'm not gonna be like, oh, of course, it's a dingo. You know.
Where did it go?
Where did it go? Okay, good question. Mm-hmm. Jackie, what is your question? Just so I can, or do you want to wait for that answer?
I'll wait to see. I'll wait to see what Luke scrounges up.
Okay, Luke, you kind of place yourself looking at the prints that you can find in this rocky shore. It's a little difficult because there's no like imprints in the mud. There's not a lot of mud here. It's just rocks into this river. But there is sort of an imprint of one heavy foot just on the outside of the rocks, and then upon the rocks is a large splattering of blood, and then a drag, as if probably Colin was trying to pull himself away from the water, and then a larger puddle outside of that, and then the pull into the water. So wherever Colin is, he has gone, the marks end at the water. Going into the river. Cool.
The heavy foot, was it bare human foot, shoe?
Seemed to be a booted foot. It was facing the river, though. And you do, I guess, Jackie, you can get this from your senses as well. There is a faint scent of urine, as if perhaps he was relieving himself over here by himself, and then someone.
Right. Patricia said that like his leg was gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I sniff around for his leg?
Sure.
Roll
yeah,
for
absolutely. Roll for leg sniffing, please. I
sniff for leg.
All right.
Because there's a lot of, like you say, there's a lot of blood. Like I'm presuming he's probably dead.
From what you know about humans.
Yeah, no, they need all that blood inside them. I guess what I'm trying to discern is like, what is this creature's intent? Like,
sure.
I would assume that this is like, you know, a hunting behavior, like hungry, like grab food sort of situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you start to track in the water. You're trying to find, you move away and you go further down the river to get away from the scent of the blood to see if you can pick anything else up, because water, it's hard to get that scent. And as you kind of move down further, you see on the other edge of the river, on the other bank, it is fairly deep. Like it's not like a creek, it is river size, so it's probably like 20 feet across, 15 feet across. But it's not that deep here, in that you don't need to like go under your head. It's probably like up to your chest at the center to go across it. But you do see that you do see a leg. It's about from the, like, just at the knee down. And you also see different torn flesh there. It seemed to be caught up on like one of the banks as the water rushed it there. It's not like it was placed there. It's more of a natural spot for it to land.
So I'm looking at the laceration on this leg. Is this like is it a clean break, or is it like I'm looking to see, like, was it chopped or was it like torn? Like what damage? How?
Yeah, it's a little hard to see in this light. It doesn't look surgical, that's for sure, and it's very cut up. Possibly from the attack, possibly from hitting all of the rocks on the way and getting stuck on things. It's hard to tell here. You'd have to go probably get it in the light and remove the pant leg that is still attached in the boot. And yeah.
All right. I'm gonna return to my humanoid form, and like pick up the leg from where it's at and just walk it back to Luke. We got a leg.
My leg. Fuck. Shit. I mean, flashlight, leg, it's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The rest of them's in the water. The water isn't clear. It's river water. It's how far away from the banks was he, or was he like right on the bank?
Right on the bank.
Hmm. Luke's gonna look over at Jackie like, what the fuck do y'all do in this situation?
Well, it doesn't usually get this bad. Good thing this place is closing down, I guess, because I don't think we'd ever financially recover from this. Jackie's gonna like walk over and see if there's like any footprints that match the boot, just like comparing with the leg.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna be walking around with a severed leg until Marty gets back here?
That would probably be bad, huh? Should I try and get rid of it?
I don't fucking know.
I wanted to see what did this. Here, hold on. Let me get the pant off. Shakes the leg out of it. Plop. Here you go. What do you think did this?
A fucking shark. I don't.
You take a look at it under the flashlight, and you can see that there are distinct lacerations in it. And you would know, especially Luke, these seem to be some sort of bite marks. And the leg, where it was severed, seems to be torn. So doesn't seem like the leg was like bit off.
It was bit and then
torn off. Yeah.
Is it a twisty tear or is it like a lateral tear?
A bit of both. There's maybe a little bit of twisty turn to it.
You know the movie Jaws? I mean, there's been 3 of them at this point, so I mean, like, this is kind of shit that I remember seeing in that. But like, unless there was like some freak reason why sharks were over here, I don't know why it would be happening here. It's not like we have fucking tornadoes that bring sharks across land.
Yeah, it'd be pretty weird.
That would be a really fucking stupid thing to make a movie about.
Good thing no one's ever thought of that. In this year of 1990. Wow, Marty, I can see you approaching.
Yeah, Marty,
we found a leg.
Marty just yells as they're talking it. Just look, I'm telling you, a mix between Twister and The Perfect Storm is gonna line us up to a great movie. Don't shit talk my screenplay. Then he like walks up. Just so did you find out what it ended up doing? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Colin's coming back. Yeah.
I don't want to seem insensitive, but are we going to be carrying this thing around with us?
Well, what are we supposed to do with it?
I would say throw it in the running water, like the river, wherever he came from, because your fingerprints are all over that now.
But this is all that's left of him. Like, how else are we supposed to find out what did it?
Are you able? I don't know. Look, we could investigate the area, maybe? There's not a whole lot of questions we can ask unless one of you speaks wildlife.
Give me the leg.
I'm sorry, what?
Give me the leg.
Jackie hands it over. No hesitation.
I'm going to assume that one of the campers, or just over the years, people leave shit behind. There is probably a fishing pole or something somewhere nearby.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
If not, I can go back to the camp and go get mine. But I'm going to tie up this leg onto the end of a fishing pole. And I'm going to go fishing.
Okay. I was wondering where this was going.
I had a feeling that this is where this was going. Okay.
You brave bastards. Okay. All right.
Whilst Luke is doing this, Jackie is like, Marty, no one just speaks wildlife. Like, language is so complicated. Do you understand? Like, there isn't like a wildlife language. What are you talking about?
Well, then why else would they call it nature's call? Like a singular call. It's not nature's call.
You don't know shit about nature's call.
No, well, okay.
I know the call of nature means you gotta take a shit.
Yeah. I've been eating from camp cafes as much as you have. I know the call of nature damn well fine. But I apologize if it was insensitive to assume that animals knew how to communicate with one another. My bad.
Oh, hold that thought.
Holding.
Luke is doing something.
Yep.
Yeah, Luke, you're
doing a few complicated knots to try and
as
this leg.
As you start to do this, you hear a ruckus from back towards the camp. As you hear Tony yelling, "Oh, what the hell happened? Who's this out here doing it? Marty, is that you?"
Hey, Uncle Tony! Marty will he'll go, like he will meet Tony where he is. Instead of letting Tony come up to see Hey,
what
Uncle.
happened? Patricia is all upset, and she said Colin's gone. What's happening?
Okay. Uncle, I'm gonna be real with you here. Myself, Luke, Jackie, we all heard a scream. Don't worry, we did head counts first. It was none of our campers, right? Like, you don't have to tell any parents that any kid's gone missing. So, off the brow. We met up with Patricia. She said Colin was gone. Something had got his leg, that sort of thing. So I took Patricia back to camp, make sure that she was outfitted with regulation, mandatory silver blanket and cocoa. And then I went back to find out what happened. That's why I'm talking with you on this one. I don't know much.
Okay,
but
if there was an attack of some kind, if there's an animal out here, I need all of you to get back to your camp. Well, we can put a search party together, but you need to get back to your campus.
Yeah, sure thing, Uncle. I'll go let Luke and Jackie know.
Okay.
You be
I'm
safe
gonna
out
call
there.
the park rangers.
Yeah.
Just stay together. Keep your heads on a swivel. You see, he's wearing like pajamas and then like rain boots. He's got like a jacket on over his like really ratty t-shirt and.
Are you sure it's not like just like the white tank top?
Oh, yes,
There's some
that's
stains on it, a little tear near where the tummy
Uh-huh.
is from where he scratched a couple times. Like, oh yeah, like Tony is Milhouse's dad as a person, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Marty will like, don't worry, I'll get us all back, and then he'll go back to the rest of the group. Be like, okay, I know you just spent a lot of delicate time working on that leg with all the knots, the ties. Uncle Tony is calling park services rangers to come out and investigate this, and he wants all of us to go back to take care of the campers, which we do have to do. That is a thing that we are technically required to do. I have done my due diligence of letting you all know that we should return. How does everybody feel about like a general once-over and then just cutting the leg loose and letting it down after you untie it? Like, you don't want to make it look like you were fishing with a leg. Someone's going to ask a lot of real questions related to that one versus just a missing leg.
You know, you make a good point. Like, and Tony is our boss and he tells us what to do all the time.
Yes.
But we're all about to lose our jobs anyway. And honestly, I'm really interested in where this fishing with a leg thing is going. So, Luke,
Jackie,
you keep up what you're doing, and I'll keep a lookout.
Jackie, it's not about our jobs and it's not about the kids. It's about the fact that the park rangers are coming by, and if they see you as you, they're going to have a lot more questions. And if they see Luke fishing with a leg, they're going to have some... That's like FBI CSI X-Files shit.
Well, you ever run from a park ranger before? They're slow as shit.
Oh, no, you're right, yeah.
It doesn't matter if they see me. They can't catch me.
No, you're right. As far as park rangers go, you'd think that they would get out more. Just a bunch of pencil pushes.
And the amount of time that they just stand there, like, gawping like fish out of water.
It's like a Pearl Jam concert.
Look, I will not have you guys defacing and defaming the park rangers that work in our state and national parks. They are a treasure and they are doing the Lord's work, okay?
So
also my brother is one, so
but in character as Jackie Lopez.
Oh yeah.
Man, I've left so many park rangers in the dust.
The plan is to leave the not actively hold the fishing pole, but like tie a piece of tackle, like one of the things that has like the many like little metal pieces that clink together.
You're gonna troll it?
And tie that like close to where the actual pole is.
Mm-hmm.
And like leave the leg in the water.
Yeah.
And if something catches on it, the thinking is that the metal thing would like ring because it would be clanking together.
Okay.
Without us actually holding onto the pole.
Okay.
So
you are trying to lure this thing out. I would gonna make a roll for it. So you do have your monster empathy, which you could or you trying to decide what the best it'd probably be like either acting under pressure, manipulating someone, maybe manipulating
I'm trying to do something sharp.
So you're trying maybe trying to investigate a mystery to see if this will draw it out, sort of thing. Okay. Yeah. I'll accept that.
Read a bad situation.
That could also be one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to do this so that he can get an idea of like what the creature looks like.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
all right.
3 and a 5. 8.
8. Okay. So you're gonna try and get an idea of what this thing looks like, and you're trying to lure it. Boy, I don't think that this thing would go for it. Which I will, instead of giving you an idea of what it looks like, I will give you an insight into what it is like. Because you know that this creature went after someone and they left food behind. You are trying to lure them with this leg as food. And so probably from this, you can either surmise that they aren't food motivated, or they are intelligent. Whatever it is intelligent enough that it will not go for a trap like this. And because you rolled so high, and you know what you're doing, like you're not just like, you can see everything and like it's a very obvious trap. They probably have high intelligence.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
okay.
After enough time has passed, he'll go in, take his pocket knife, and where the knots and everything were tied around the leg, he will sever it, so that but there's not a leg that's been tied up with fishing line, just lying around as evidence.
Yes. Jackie, you toss the pant leg into the water, and they both begin to float further down towards the lake. You guys know that the Rangers are coming soon, and you got to go check on stuff. So do you guys want to go back to camp? What do you want to do? I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I want to do, because Marty hasn't gotten a good look at the general area. So I think he wants to do, because like where the boot was has been seen, as well as in like by the water line. I think he kind of wants to do just like a background area, like kind of like look through the grass, see if like like a wallet was left, or like any like personal identifiers for this guy, to try and, you know, just have something that's not like a leg related piece of Colin is his name?
Yes, Colin.
Okay, Colin.
You do have a witness, so if you want to go talk, I mean, there's you could probably, if you want me to, you can find something around, but you know that what you could talk to her more about, like what they were doing there, what actually happened. I think it'd be hard to surmise from your knowledge and beyond what you guys have already found here. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah. Marty will.
Water is a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Marty will talk to Patricia about it, or at least like try and like get something from Patricia. I'm assuming that like, I mean, she saw a man presumably get eaten today. So you know, she's been having a time.
Do you guys all want to go talk to Patricia together? Okay. I'm gonna say you guys go back to your cabins. The kids are all awake. All the lights are on. They're scared. They don't know what's going on. Patricia is sort of outside. I think she's actually probably in the bathroom. She wanted to be inside, but you also didn't want her to scare the kids. Yeah. And you didn't want to have to go too far. So I presumably you guys are going to go in and talk to your kids a little bit, let them know it's okay. And does that make sense? I don't want to speak for your characters, but
yeah. No, I mean, I think that Marty, he'll probably like go check on, like he'll check on his kids, make again head count, and then he'll kind of let them know, like he'll shut the doors and be like, "There's an animal out there, be safe, and if I catch any one of you outside, the animal's not going to be the thing that you should be afraid of." And he like gives like a look to like one of the kids who like he has known to be the one who's just like, "I don't respect authority. I was raised on MTV," like that kind of thing.
No, I think all of the kids at this point are like, okay, like, are you like you? They
like,
don't. None of them are being little shits right now.
Yeah,
They're like
Marty,
legitimately scared.
Like he usually gives them a hard time, but he's never like very matter of fact. So like I feel like this is part of the like, hey, like I don't want to tell your parents that you got eaten by a fucking wolf or whatever is up here. Like one of those Michigan wolves, you know?
There are wolves in Michigan.
Yeah. Fake. No, there's not. And he will he'll go check on Patricia.
Yeah. Do the other two of you want to do anything with your kids, or just kind of give them a stay put? We'll be right back.
Luke's gonna go in. He's gonna just do his head count again.
Mhm.
And it's just gonna be like extremely serious, like everybody fucking leave.
He said swear.
I mean,
He did a curse.
He's not gonna bullshit.
Yeah. They you noted the kids seem like it's very serious. They're scared and like sitting in each other's beds and kind of like waiting for further instructions, sort of thing. And like they want you to tell them it's okay when it's okay, right? Jackie.
He is absolutely not gonna lie to them though.
Yeah, exactly.
Jackie does not enter through the door. They climb in through a window.
Okay.
They pull over a chair, like sit on it backwards, do this thing. And they say, "Hey, everybody. Remember when I told you about the Wolpertinger?
Yeah.
Nobody leave this cabin." And they just
Did it get
slide
somebody?
backwards. Something worse did. And then just like slide back out the window.
All right, you guys make your way to the bathhouse. You can see that there are a lot of camp counselors that are in motion. They're like making sure their doors are locked. They're passing information off to each other, trying to get the word out and make sure everyone is kept in their rooms, kept safe. Everyone's like in PJs, in boots with a jacket on, basically. Like they're just trying to keep the situation under control. One of your friends, Kyle, just kind of comes up and like gives you guys a hand, like I keep an eye on your doors for a minute, like I'll be in the area, like if you guys need to handle something, like are you guys okay, sort of thing. And he'll check in and then move on. And then you also see bounding over Eric. He's shirtless with a button-up open flannel. He's like pulled up his jeans over his boxers, which he normally sleeps with, has his boots on, and he just like comes up and like kind of grabs you and like hugs you, Luke, and he's like, what's going on? Are you okay? What happened?
Something fucking got Colin.
What? Like a bear?
In the water.
Like a bear?
Yeah. Something apparently dragged him into the water. Got him towards fucking leg off.
All right. Well, do you need anything?
Ideally to figure out what the fuck this is.
Was he alone or what?
He was with Patricia. She saw it, but she didn't see what it was.
Okay. Do you want me to come with you and talk to her? Or...
It'd help, yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, you okay?
Hey Eric, how's it going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a
What's
night.
up, Rick?
Jackie. You guys okay?
Yeah. We're fine. Hell of a night.
No one's hurt? I smell blood.
Not mine.
Oh yeah, no, Colin's
Yeah, Colin's
probably very dead. Super dead.
Like
Right, okay.
eaten by something in the water. Dead.
In
Yeah.
the water. Okay. All right.
Eric,
Well,
what would leave a leg behind?
something that's not looking to eat.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
Or something that wants to get in and out fast.
Maybe.
Is Colin one of the campers or the counselors?
Counselor.
Counselor.
Yeah, he and Patricia had a thing.
That's why they were at
Behind
Makeout
the
Point.
Yeah.
Wait, had?
Well, he's dead
Well, I mean-
now.
Well, he's dead now.
Yeah.
It's probably still a thing, and it's probably still going to be a thing for a long time. Like, I doubt Patricia will forget about this night.
Mm-hmm. But let's go talk to her and see what we can figure out.
Yeah, okay.
You get you guys make your way into the cabin. There's another counselor in there that's kind of been like, rubbing her back, and she sees you guys come in, and she's like, "I gotta go check on my my kids. Are you guys okay to?"
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Okay. And she kind of rushes out, and Patricia's there with her cocoa and the blanket over her, and she's kind of like, you can see that her face is all puffy, she's been crying, her makeup is all over, and she kind of just like is zoned out, like kind of in shock.
Yeah, I think Marty will go up to her and just say, hey, Patty.
Hey, Marty.
Hey, we looked around out there. We believe you. But can you help us out a little bit? You said that something got him. What was it, like a bear or?
I don't know. We were at Makeout Point. We were had a
Naturally.
blanket down, and we were just fooling around a little bit, and then he said he had to go to the bathroom, and so he got up, and I don't know, I just like, I thought he was talking to someone, and maybe it was that girl that was swimming in the lake, but I thought I heard him talking, but then I heard him scream, and there was this growling, and I ran over there, and I saw him on the ground, and it was really dark, but his leg was gone, and then I saw something coming out of the water, and they grabbed it, and they just hold him.
Hey. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. There was a girl in the lake?
Yeah, when we were walking out, we saw this, I don't know, it's just a girl. She had like blue hair or something. I didn't recognize her.
Okay. And blue hair, so definitely not one of the campers. Then you don't think?
She like older?
Yeah, she looked like an adult. I didn't really get a good look. She didn't look like a kid, though.
Okay. Well, look, Patty. The park rangers are going to be coming by here shortly. They're going to look and try and figure out what happened. Okay?
That's stupid. I thought it was like a pack of wild dogs or something, but they went in the water. What would
But
do
they
that?
started on land and then into the water?
I don't know. It happened really fast.
Okay.
All I know is he was dragged into the water, and he was screaming and like reaching for me.
Hey, this isn't your fault. And they'll like
Just
rub
wish
her
this
back.
was a nightmare.
I understand.
It's like, for the sake of everything, he wasn't talking about like, but before he wasn't talking about like getting into it with anybody, right? Like nobody would have done a prank that got out of hand.
Oh, everybody loved Colin. He was so nice.
He was really nice.
He was trying to teach the kids this, I don't know, the tabletop something with dragons. The kids were really taking to it.
So he summoned a demon.
Wait, so like you said that there was like a pack of wild dogs?
I, it looked. It was dark. I couldn't really see, but I could see teeth, and it was too much for one dog. No, I heard growling. It was definitely more than one.
There was more. So there was more than one.
Well, that's the thing. There was more than one mouth and head, but they were all like together. I didn't see any extra bodies, I guess is what I'm saying, but that's ridiculous. I'm just in shock.
Hey, you're doing great. Deep breaths. People are checking on you, kids. All right. Just
Thanks.
don't worry.
Thanks, guys.
And Marty will like look at the rest of the group with like a I don't know if we're gonna get any more from her. Is this the end of the dialogue tree? Like push any further, and she's like, I am in shock.
I guess I'm in shock or something. I don't know.
Just the same.
Colin, it grabbed her. It grabbed him.
Yeah, I think that Marty will like kind of like stand up and unless there's anything that the other of you three, meaning Eric as well, wants to talk to Patricia. I think Marty would probably just like think about it, like kind of just like give her the like, we'll check on it and then exit the cabin so that way he can be like, holy shit, his fucking leg, like.
Yeah, I think Eric kind of just says, you thought you heard him talking. Did you hear another voice? Like, did you hear who he was talking to? And she kind of like thinks for a second, and she says like, it sounds crazy, but maybe I heard. Thought for a second I heard someone singing. And he goes, okay. Any other questions for Patricia? No?
Not for Patricia.
Okay. All right, you guys leave. You make sure somebody is in there taking care of her, and you make your way out of the room. And is this the time we normally take a break?
Yeah. Close
okay.
enough.
Look at that. Look at that.
We did it. We're
Halfway through.
professionals. So,
it's not like I haven't been playing it this time for the last 4 years.
I know.
I just let you handle it.
That's fair. So we are going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go to a place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice, and we'll see all of you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. And I pressed the button, and it worked. Hello, and welcome.
Hello.
Hello. We have returned. What?
No, it's not a normal Monday night. We're not going to.
No, look, man. Around this group, even on other tables, I'm always waiting for something.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can only goof on somebody for so many years before they start getting a little paranoid. But in the best
I'm surprised
way.
you never made it happen on Sunday.
It's not paranoia. They really are out to get you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that are out to get us, it's time to get it. Bam, LB, take us away.
All right, you guys have a question, Patricia. You've found a leg and a crime scene. You've learned a little bit about what this thing might be. What is your next move? What do you guys want to do?
Marty.
Yes?
You can't tell me that you've got all these fucking movies. You ain't seen nothing that...
Oh, no, I have. I've definitely seen a lot of things that can leave just the leg of a man. As far as what it might be, I'll think. I'll try and do investigate a mystery. Because I think that's what that is. I think this is investigate a mystery, right? No.
Yeah. Do you want to go like
Basically
look up
gonna
stuff?
I'm basically
Or are you
going
trying
to
to-
like think of so as far as like looking up stuff, I feel like Marty is the kind of person who, because movies are too big to own many of, and especially to take to camp, but I feel like he has like,
VHSs.
I know, right? But like they take up a lot of space. I feel like Marty has like a book that is just his reviews of like all of the movies that he's watched.
Okay. Yeah.
And so investigate a mystery, like with Luke's idea of just like, haven't you seen a movie about something like this?
Yeah.
He kind of wants to just like look through his movies and be like, let's see if there's something relating
absolutely.
to this.
All right, go ahead and roll plus sharp, please.
Oh, okay. I have 1 sharp. That's fine. That's good. Let me just check here. Oh, failure.
All right, that is
failure by how many?
Just by 1.
Okay, I would like to try and help out.
Absolutely. All right, you can roll to help out. That is going to be a cool roll.
Am I allowed to help?
Only one person can help for a move.
Well, that's okay.
So whomever wants to do the helping.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
pretty
mark
dang
potential.
cool.
Mark potential, Luke.
6. Yeah.
All right. On a miss, you expose yourself to trouble, danger without helping. Cool. I will put that in my back pocket.
Oh,
Excellent.
Shit, I'm watching all these fucking movies. Lost my dark vision.
All right.
Well, does that mean that you guys are like spending the rest of the night watching movies?
We're losing time.
Yeah. So
I think
what?
It's him like looking through it and then being like, "Oh, that was a really good one." No, like you don't understand like Scorsese's direction in this. Fantastic. Like he keeps like getting distracted at his repository of movie reviews. Either that or he has to spend time being like, what did I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like, why did I say this thing?
And I think as you're trying to put these pieces together, I think that since like you're trying to like pull from movie knowledge and like it's not like, it doesn't seem like anything like, okay, it's not a werewolf. That werewolves don't usually have that many heads. It's not like you're thinking about, okay, Werewolf in London, not that one. It's not Nosferatu. It's not, like you're going through these.
He's like trying to think like monster in the water movie. And at this point in time, there's really just like Jaws.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah, Shape of Water isn't going to come out for a while.
No,
Yeah.
not a long time.
Yeah.
And so I think from what you've gotten so far, you're like, okay, a lady in the water, there's dogs and ripping, and like this sounds like some mythological bullshit. Like it's like, well, Pokemon hasn't come out yet. It sounds like something like an amalgamation of like, it can't, if it's one thing, it's one of those fucking, I don't know.
Look, as far as he knows, something in the water, big teeth, strange colored hair. Little Mermaid came out last year. But he didn't see it because it's kids' movies. Animation isn't real movies. That's what the Academy says.
Oh boy, you're right.
Look, Beauty and the Beast, I don't think it actually been made yet, so they hadn't had to make a separate category.
No monster fucker movies yet.
Yeah,
not yet.
Damn it,
not yet.
No. But I think you can, that there is a history, sort of like there are books that you guys can kind of go into if you think that it's something along those lines. You don't know what, but maybe if you start looking in that direction, you kind of gathered that it's none of the classics. So maybe it's something like
one of these newer pieces.
no, it's one of those older
Oh,
pieces.
okay. Got it.
Like mythology shit.
Oh, boo. Look, I have a very Last Action Hero idea of what movies should be. Like, Hamlet, boring. But if it was Hamlet with Arnold Schwarzenegger and a minigun, incredible. Absolutely fantastic.
Predator won't come out for a few years, so.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that...
Make sure you mark potential.
Yeah.
Or experience.
My XP. Yeah, I mean, like, we don't get anywhere looking through my meager music or my movie collection.
Yeah, while they're looking through their movie collection, can I circumnavigate the lake in my jackalope form?
Sure. Absolutely. So, Jackie, you kind of move yourself away and shrink down and start to get the zoomies. The lake is fairly big, so I think that you can like go across the river, take the bridge, do sort of like a scope of the area. And why don't you do me a favor and go ahead and roll me an act under pressure, unless there's some other movie you want to do.
I'm happy to do either.
Okay. I think acting under pressure, it seems like the best role for this.
I got an 11.
Okay. You do what you set out to do. So you begin to make your way around the lake. And as you move further away from the camp, it sort of ends at just past the edge of the river. So you're kind of just in the woods. You go up a little bit to the north where the edge of camp is that way along the river. And you notice that this is kind of where they're starting to build the new part of the camp before they renovate in this. And you see that there is a lot of construction equipment. You see that there's at sort of the end of the where the river starts, there's a lot of construction and movement off of that. So it looks like they have dug something up and maybe expanded the river or let more water flow through. And as you continue to move and circumnavigate this water, and you move back down the river towards sort of the edge of the lake, and as you do, you catch a whiff, like a rotting smell, and you come across a very bloated and ripped form of a human that seems to be lying dead, but it's got all of its limbs.
So 2 legs.
Yeah, it seems to be a female form.
Oh, this isn't Colin.
Definitely not Colin.
I look for any identifiers, like, I don't know, like a camp T-shirt or like a driver's license, or
I think as you like look over this person, there seemed to be an adult, fairly young adult, and as you sort of turn her over, you get a better look at her face, and you do recognize her. She is one of the counselors who you were told left a couple days ago, like ran off with her boyfriend who was in town, sort of thing. That was the rumor mill, at least.
Oh my god. What's her name?
Her name is Lindsay. She had her boyfriend is Timothy, and he was a townie.
Okay. Interesting. Can I determine how old this corpse is?
It seems fairly fresh, but it
Mhm.
is hard to tell from it. There seems to be some water damage to it.
Like, we could probably place it about the time when she supposedly ran off, though, right?
It could fit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And she hasn't been eaten. Very interesting.
There are chunks missing, but
Yes.
not like yes. She
This
hasn't been
isn't
eaten or
yeah, it's not feeding behavior. Interesting. All right. Gonna make a mental note of this. And leg it back to camp.
as you do, you see that there are rangers in the forest, like
Oh,
trying to.
in my jackalope form,
Mhm.
I'm gonna stand next to the body and I'm gonna say, "Look over here," because it's a jackalope. It's a jackalope thing that they can imitate human voices.
All right,
Look over here.
There's like a pause from the closest flashlight you see, and then like, hello,
Over here.
guys, I think I heard something. Mutt, come over here. Like, there's crunching and stuff.
I could leave before they see me, but I wait until somebody has a flashlight on me.
Yeah.
I look them in the eyes and I say, "No one will ever believe you," and then I run.
You see the flashlight like kind of like shifts off to the side as you run, and Ranger Mutt Danson is like, you saw that, Tim, right? You saw that? And they're like, saw what? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, there's a body over here. You're a monster. You make your way back. Marty, you're still going through, and Luke, you guys have kind of like gathered into this like little huddle, and Eric's kind of standing behind and is like, "Oh my god, yeah, dude, that film, it was my favorite until the ending where they fucking ruined it." Whatever movie it is.
It was Donnie Darko.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I didn't
think
get
that was
it.
that
I
bad.
didn't get the ending.
I think that like they try their best, but like from where they are in the cabin, maybe they have like a decent view of the lake and like can see like the lights of park rangers off in the distance. Be like, looks like they found something. And I think that like that would be enough for Marty to be like, we're not finding anything here.
Yeah.
And sort of, and he would ask, would it be Luke who would have a telescope or like
You would have
goggles?
binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars. Like
Sure.
as far as like a counselor would go, because you're like the survivalist. So, Marty would like be like, what? Like we should look over there instead of in my movies.
Yeah. As you pull up your binoculars and look out, Jackie, you kind of appear in the front of the view. You can talk to them about what you found.
Yeah.
Hey, what's and
Where'd you
he's still
go?
like looking through the binoculars like past you at this point because he hasn't heard the full story, but like as you explain more, he'll take the goggles down. But like you find?
As Jackie stands up, like their antlers are just like shrinking into their head. Yeah, you remember when Lindsay left?
Oh yeah, with like Tim the Townie, right?
Yeah, Tim the Townie.
I
Yeah,
like
no,
that guy.
no, she didn't. She did not do that.
Oh,
She did not do that.
And he like points the binoculars, like pointing down, but finger pointing over towards me.
Yeah, just like slow nodding, like, yep.
He hands the binoculars back to Luke.
So yeah, this is definitely isn't a feeding thing. Like, whatever's in the lake is attacking for reasons other than wanting to eat people, because That was a fully intact body that I found.
So it's some sort of predator.
I mean, some sort of predator that's killing for reasons other than eating.
Yeah.
So,
Thrill killer.
yeah, I don't know many reasons to do that other than being a real jerk.
That's one way to put it. For sure.
So it's got Colin, it's got what was her name?
Lindsay.
So
That's
it's not
the one.
Well, okay, so like what do Lindsay and Colin have in common? They were both counselors. Or
Both
counselors.
Counselors. They were going off to presumably smooch.
Yeah, they did both have lovers. Is that what you guys call it?
Paramore.
No, that's what Luke is.
And
You're romantic.
romantic
Mhm.
guy. His books. Has anyone heard from Tim? Do we know if Tim is taking a swim?
Well, one of the park rangers was named Tim, but I feel like that's just a coincidence.
I feel
That's
his reaction would have been very different otherwise.
Oh my god.
I feel, Marty doesn't know what really to do from here.
Well, maybe we should find Tim because, like, if Lindsay got when she was with Tim, then that means that we're onto something here.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the phone book?
Oh, I would probably have one in I have one in my cabin, like where I've been sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
But you will note that many of the center pages have been ripped out. That's it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They make good rolling paper.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hey, yo. There is a phone. There's a phone in the main, like the main office. You
Yeah.
guys want to go use a landline?
Let's go do that.
Luke, Timmy is from town. Someone you probably know in passing.
But he's not here.
You know, he doesn't work at the camp. So yeah, you guys want to go call Timmy?
Yeah. While
What
we're
time
looking
is
up
it?
while we're looking up Tim's phone.
Like midnight.
It's
Okay.
Oh, is it?
It's midnight,
Yeah.
1990.
You were
and
putting
we're
kids
calling
to the
this-
bed.
We've got let's call him anyway, who cares?
I'll let one of y'all call him.
Like while Marty is flipping through the phone book, Jackie's just all like, man, this thing is crazy. If I ever wanted to get a hold of somebody, I'd just stand in front of or in the middle of a field and scream.
The page turning slow, looks, shakes head and goes back to turning. Yeah, we'll find Tim the townie.
Yeah, you guys call up. There is a groggy adult male older voice that answers the phone.
Like
and he's
older, like a dad older?
Yeah. So, hello?
Yes, hello. My name is Marty Winszeki. I work up at the Rockshore Summer Camp. I am going to ask you very politely, may I speak with your son, Tim?
Is he in trouble?
There has been an incident. He's
Is
not
he
in
okay?
trouble.
Wait, you can't hear him like brushing. Like, is he okay? What's?
We are fine. However, there has been a development. I cannot say much. However, This is related to a girl named Lindsay, who I believe your son Tim may have been romantically involved with.
Yeah, hold on. You kind of like, you hear him put the phone down, and then there's like rustling, and you hear him in the background. Timmy, get up! You hear? There's like some mumbling in the background, and like there's a little bit of fumbling, and the phone picks up, and he goes, "I got it. You can hang up." There's a click. Hello?
Hello, yes, Tim?
Yeah.
Hello, this is Marty Winszeki. I am calling from the Rockshore summer camp. I believe that you were romantically involved with one of the employees here. Her name is Lindsay. I'm not one of the higher ups.
Yeah. Yes. What is this about?
May I ask, where were you on the night of X?
2 nights ago.
Yeah, where were you 2 nights ago?
I was at the camp for a bit, and then I came home. What's this about? Is she okay?
Tim, everyone at camp was under the impression that she had left town with you several days ago. I think
Several
it would
days
be
ago.
best,
What do you mean?
I think it would be best if you came to the camp.
Are you saying she's missing?
I am saying that she has been found, Tim.
It's kind of like a breath. What do you mean she's been found?
I think it's best that you come to the camp.
No,
Tim.
damn it, tell me, what do you mean she's been found?
It's
okay, Abaddon. I'm not actually yelling.
What I mean is that it is most likely going to be a situation where people are going to want to talk to you if you were the last person to see her before she was found.
There's kind of like a silence, and then like there's a sniffle, and he's like, "You fucking with me right now?"
Tim, I am being as deadly serious as I can given the circumstances.
Oh my God. And he
We would
kind of
humbly
like,
request that you come to the park.
yeah, of course, I'll be right there. And there's like a quick hang up, and that's it.
Marty puts the phone down. All right, we got about 20 minutes before we figure out what we're going to ask this guy. So
Well, I'm mostly curious about, whether or not he had a similar experience to Patricia, where, like, he was with Lindsay
that's a good
and
one.
then she got, or, you know what I'm saying? Because if he was, then that means that, like, we're 2 for 2.
Were they like family members or something?
Who? Tim and Lindsay?
Yeah. Oh, no, not Tim and Lindsay. That would be just very weird. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
no, I thought you were
Colin and
under
Lindsay.
the same
the wrong
Mississippi.
assumptions here.
No, Colin and Lindsay, were they related in any way? Is this going to be like a family curse scenario where it's like, if you go to the restroom into a lake, a monster will eat you? And they were like, no way, no how.
I don't know. Luke, do you know if they were related?
Do I know if they were related?
There was no indication that they were related. They didn't seem to be on any sort of friendly terms as far as like having that rapport with each other.
No, I think Patricia's family moved in like 20 years back.
All right.
And then the other people, they're old family here.
All right. So
Been here for years.
So we're gonna ask him when was the last time that they saw each other? Because if he's like, oh, I went back to my house and it was in the middle of the day, and then Lindsay was out there in the middle of the night, it would have reason to believe that if it was specifically going after people in romantic relationships, that Lindsay was with someone else here in the camp.
Oh.
So if that's the case, when the news breaks about Lindsay, we need to be paying attention to anyone who might be acting funny relating to it.
Okay. So then we should probably try and make sure that nobody else finds out until like the news breaks tomorrow, and then we can like watch and see.
Well, yeah.
It's like that one Hamlet movie where like, you know, he does the play in front of his uncle to like show
Oh.
that how his dad died, and he was trying to like figure out if his uncle killed his dad by looking at the way that he reacted to the play of the guy killing the other guy's
Exactly
dad.
like that.
Yeah.
Good memory.
You know, I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, you know, like when we were like through the leg into the river, I was thinking like, they don't want to be fed, they want to hunt. Do you think that could be like a line in a movie?
Look, I'll give you credit for it. It'll be part of the first big feature.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Marty's idea is, I mean, fuck, we got this guy coming now.
He's coming
here
in the early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said that he was on his way here. That's why I'm saying we should probably get prepared to ask him questions.
All the kids are probably going to be going home tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
How long is it going to take for Timmy to get here?
At least a half an hour if he's like driving fast. Which he probably is.
Because now we got, I feel silly for suggesting it now, because now we got to brace for Timmy coming to the fucking camp.
I mean, if you guys want, you don't have to, like, he seemed fairly upset on the phone. He's probably going to talk to the first person he can to find out what's going on. And you can, if you want to, you can leave it to the Rangers to like deal with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Eric. You got my back, right?
Of course.
Eric.
Yep.
I thought you said you got my back. All right. I was like, yeah, obviously we're best friends.
Of course I do.
Eric, you got my back.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I mean, if this thing's jumping out and killing people, I mean, we can't let it keep doing that.
Yeah.
What do you think about going to the butt tree?
I think the butt tree is going to be swarming with people. Are you suggesting that we go make out in the woods to try and lure this thing out?
With me the first time. Hope it's not
Okay.
the last.
Wow. See, this is a serious situation. Okay. This thing is connected to the water, right?
Mm.
Do we have any idea what it is?
A lady with a pack of dogs, and she lives in the water.
Lots of teeth. Teeth for days.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I switched to that.
If it
Lots of
helps,
teeth
she's
for
not
days.
eating them.
I'm not more concerned about the eating. I'm more concerned about the dying part. And not me, you, obviously. But do we have any idea what to do once we find her?
Yeah, catch it.
No. I mean,
You catch her.
yes.
Shoot her.
Yeah. Well, shoot her. Stop her in place. I mean, if she's in the water, I make ice. A lake is
Fair point.
just water.
A fair point. The lake is going to be
Um,
too exposed, though. We're going to have to go further up the river if we want to lure her.
Oh yeah, we could trap her there. There's that
Yeah,
net that we
can.
use to catch the canoes when we send them back down after the zip line tour. We could lure her up the lake and then I can pull the net across.
You two go up and lure her as best you can to however you'd like. Jackie and I will wait with the net, and when we hear the ruckus upstream, we throw the net down and then we come up and help. So that way, if she tries to escape, she just runs into the net.
Yeah. And I'm really fast. I'll be able to get up there super quick.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid plan.
But she's not dumb. She knows. She clearly knows whenever she's being lured. So, y'all stay back.
Then we need to make it look authentic. So maybe we have a signal of some kind. I could howl, even it's a little.
I wasn't gonna suggest
It's-
it. I didn't want to put that on you if you weren't if it's derogatory. I don't know. Look,
It was your idea, man.
Now you
I
said
don't.
Fine, it's fine. I understand. It's what I got that's loud, okay?
Yeah, okay.
But I'm
I'm-
going to the water to lure it
I'm
out.
packing. I have a gun.
Oh, yep.
Shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
If you hear a gunshot,
Sorry. We all just went, well, oh, yeah, no, gun.
Yeah,
that's what
no,
it
of course, yes. Obviously.
if you hear a gunshot, that's a pretty damn obvious signal.
Mm-hmm. They'd be far enough down the river to catch her.
Let's do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
And if all else fails, I'll just kiss Marty and lure her back to us.
What?
Break!
Oh. I see.
Eric is going to take your hand, Luke, and as you guys are walking up towards the further up the river, he says to you, so if what I'm understanding is right, she waits until one of them is alone. I'm not going to let you be the one alone. I know you're capable and I know you're strong and you can handle yourself, but if anything's going to bite into my leg, I can take it a lot better than you can. No offense. I'm just a werewolf, so.
Yeah, but you're a lot. You can jump in whenever shit goes down a lot faster than I can.
But I'm a harder target to hit, and I can't. If she can rip off a person's leg, I don't want to see you hurt like that. I can take it. I can heal. Can you let me do this for you? For us?
All right.
He like pulls you in and kisses the top of your head. You know, I gotta say, I shouldn't say this. It's kind of
No,
hot.
it's fucking stupid. I know.
Oh, yeah,
but-
yeah. Stupid is what I was gonna say too. A little hot.
You know, I don't fucking mind doing stupid shit with you.
He ruffles your hair a little bit, and you guys make your way up to a point further out, right around the edge of where the camp is to the north, where they're making the new area for the new establishment that the music camp is gonna have. You guys begin to make out as the other two are setting up in the woods.
Yep.
Okay.
I think like, yeah, I think like if anything, like because it's not like they're gonna hold the net, like it's a setup thing, so they can at least get one side set up, together, and then how do we want to get to the other side of the river to set this up, like, 'cause,
I'm gonna boing.
yeah, that was Marty's thought, because like you got little wings, right?
Nah,
no,
that's a Wolpertinger.
Ah, okay, they're the mean ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That one's in Europe.
Oh, that makes sense.
I got a whole different thing. It's a lot more playful and fun.
Okay.
You're supposed to be able to catch jackalopes by leaving out a flask of whiskey.
Of course you are. It's like for Santa.
Yeah.
Gotta leave him a beer. That's family rules.
Beer and Cheez-Its. That was our household.
Yep. That's what Santa wants. So you know what? I'm not gonna ask questions. Yeah. So I think that Marty, like, he's gonna ask, if you need help setting it up on the other side.
Nah, I shouldn't. I do this all the time.
I figured as much.
Like every day. Hey, Marty, can we get whiskey after this?
Of course we can.
Okay. I know you told me I can't hold my whiskey, but I really like it.
Look, all I'm saying is, as long as you have it like within moderation, it's fine. But for you, moderation is like a singular shot.
Yeah.
I think it goes off of like your regular sizes metabolism, and not like.
Wow, really?
I think that's what's going on. That's the only.
I hadn't considered that. Okay, so I'll just stay little, and then I'll have the whiskey.
I don't think it's a reverse thing where then little you has big you's metabolism.
Yeah, but I haven't tried it yet.
That's
so,
true.
You know.
Yeah, look, we're in for a solid night, regardless. Yeah, Marty.
I ever tell you about the inherent eroticism of a thunderstorm? And just cut away.
All right.
Quiet.
Meanwhile, to inherit eroticism.
Uh-huh. So Eric pulls away from you for a moment and just goes, "Is this burning an eternal flame?" And you see him like start like he's getting into it a little bit too much. Like and then he kind of like, you know, he's caught up in the moment. You kind of give him a look and he's,
No, keep on.
No,
Keep on. I'm into it.
I need to relieve myself. I will be right back. Like gives you a look like, do you know what I'm doing?
Just a little nod.
Double thumbs up. And he heads towards the water.
Hand on my gun.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Um,
You guys, is there something you want to do? Will?
Yeah, if I start to hear something else, I do want to just be prepared to like move around and scope it out.
Sure. Yeah. Jackie and Marty, as you are bickering amongst yourselves, just chatting. Are you
Again, like I feel like this is one
you're
of the...
in waiting across the water, so I assume you've gone quiet if you're trying to set a trap for an intelligent being.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
like we just waiting.
Yeah, watching the water.
Eventually, Jackie trails off, and there's like an awkward silence between the two of them that just continues.
Yeah, and like Marty's like, thank God. I've heard the thunderstorm talk at least 10 times this summer alone. Every thunderstorm, it's the same thing.
They can't get it off their mind.
You in the water, there is a little bit of movement, as if there's sort of a fish moving upstream for just a second, as you're kind of sitting and waiting. But further up the stream, Luke, you are poised and listening with an intensity. And as you kind of sneak a little bit closer, you just you hear Eric go, "Oh, hi. Sorry. Are you okay?" And then there's kind of a silence. And you start to hear this sort of a little bit of a song pick up.
I would like to use monster empathy.
Absolutely. Please do.
What is that?
It is a move of the pararomantic. The
Okay.
Yeah, pararomantic. Hey, I said it right. We want to tell them what it does.
I am trying to work out what a supernatural creature desires.
Mhm.
So I'm rolling plus charm. I rolled an 8.
Okay. So on a 7 and 9, you hold 1. And you can ask one of the questions from the list, or if you have something that's more applicable.
What do they most desire?
As you're listening to this song, you are hearing sort of, maybe not words, but you're understanding the meaning behind them. And these words sound strange, like almost like what you would suspect Latin to be, but maybe not quite that. And it seems like she is not trying to lure him, or whatever it is, isn't trying to like come closer. It seems to be more of a, do you want me? Do you need me? Do you find me attractive sort of thing? She seems to be beckoning him to tell her she's pretty. Not so many
She's
words.
barking up the wrong tree.
She is. But you don't hear him saying anything, but he's not saying anything. He's not moving away. But he's not like, "Hey, look, lady, I'm not interested." It seems to be that there is a, I don't want to say that he's considering it. He's not considering it. He's just not saying anything.
Okay. Is there any... Let me check my move.
Sure.
Yeah, I would like to read a bad situation.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll plus sharp, please, to read the bad situation.
8. I'm rolling straight 8s.
All right. Get the hold 1.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
The song seems to become more and more aggressive as it goes on. And it doesn't seem like she's giving up. It seems like she is desperate to get what she wants out of this situation. And the only way to stop it is to stop her.
I will click the safety off.
Mm-hmm.
And aim.
Okay.
And
You
shoot.
move. Yeah, you move into position and you see coming out of the water a torso. A bust of a shirtless woman with for women's standards, a very nice, almost sculpturesque body. Her hair is wet and blue coming down. She has beautiful cheekbones, like a very soft jawline, a little nice nose, and her everything, even though she is all wet, seems to look perfect as she is like singing and calling up. And as she is, you see Eric is like kind of looking down at her and swaying a little bit as if he's like entranced. And as you take aim, you see as the water around her begins to like bubble up as these like snouts start to come out around her waist. And you take aim and you fire. Please roll to kick some ass. It's plus tough, please.
9.
9. All right. Do you have any moves that so you're
I sure as fuck don't.
okay. Someone of your bond when you do some miss. Okay. Yeah, so you rolled to kick some ass. You have rolled a 9, which is a partial success. You are going to trade blows with this thing. But you do have a bond with Eric. And Eric is within the sort of range of this thing. So you shoot it. How much damage does your weapon do?
2.
2. Okay. You shoot it and your bullet goes into her chest, like right sort of on the left side above her, like right below her clavicle. And she screeches out with this sort of feral yell. Her eyes turn to you, and as she does, she comes out of the water, this bust of a woman, and you see at her waist are like it's a mound of flesh, and there are heads of dogs coming out of her body, and behind her these large serpentine things emerge. And as that happens, it one of them reaches out and bites at Eric, and he kind of like gets out of the trance, and he's fuck, and it kind of moves back as she hisses towards you guys, and you see her standing like to face you in this moment.
Uh-oh.
She not so happy. You guys, the other two of you have heard this this sound, this gunshot sound, and then you heard a hissing and a snarling. You hear dogs barking in the distance, and Luke, as you are watching this display, you see Eric you see him like kind of pull off his top, and see him begin to shift into his werewolf form. She clocks what's happening, looks at him, looks at you, and you see her assessing the situation and dive back into the water to go back towards your friends.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll reload and keep going down the river.
Yep. All right. Marty and Jackie, you guys are prepared for this.
Yeah.
But I would like one of you to act under pressure to pull up the net and trap this creature.
I'm gonna do it. I'll do that. That's my job.
I should give you a visual of what this thing looks like.
Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, she's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
She's got tatas.
Wait, where is this?
In Roll20, I just showed it to everybody.
Oh shit.
I gotta act under pressure to not stare.
Connor, you nailed it, by the way.
Yes.
Proud of you.
I got a 7.
Hey, yo! All right, on a 7, the keeper is going to give you a worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. All right. So you both pull up this net to try to capture her. And you see her, like, you see this movement swimming down the water. It's still dark, but the moon is out, and you can definitely see this large, bottom-heavy thing coming down. So the outcome is going to be, she is moving fast, and with the current that is already going down this river, you can hold her, but one of you is going to get pulled slightly and take a harm.
I'll take the harm. I got regular wizard arms.
That's true.
That
You
tracks.
are spindly.
Yeah, I got -1 to tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I jackalope my way across the river. And when I land, I'm like in a hybrid form. So like I got the ears and the antlers and everything. And I land on digitigrade legs.
Mm-hmm. And so she hits the net. Marty, you get pulled a little bit, and you get kind of scrape against the rocks that are on the edge of this river. Jackie, you hold strong. And we're going to start sort of a combat situation. Monster of the Week, it is very nebulous, so you guys are going to get to go, and then she is going to get to go. Luke, you guys can catch up pretty fast, so it's up to you if you want to. Who wants to go first?
I just went, and Marty hasn't done anything yet, so I nominate you.
Yeah. So he is, it's in the water. It's in the river. It's already been netted. I think that I would like to use a ice wall, using the water of the river to just kind of like, either like,
Absolutely.
like, I almost want to like push her up onto land
Sure.
and like get her out of the water. So I think it's
Push her
gonna
up
be
on my side. This will be great.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'll push her up on Jackie's
Luke,
side.
Yeah, Luke and Eric are on your side, Marty. Jackie is alone on her side.
You know what?
But
you can
what
jump.
you can do, if you want to, like, create, you can make sort of a bridge that you could dump her off on that side, but still leave a bridge.
Yeah. So it's just a giant, like basically, like, what Grand Theft Auto has taught us is possible when you're driving down the road and you see the car truck with the ramp at the back, and you're like, oh, I could totally like hit that and get air. Like, it's that, but with this Skilla. Yeah, it just
hasn't come out yet.
Yep, has not come out yet. Well, maybe Castlevania 1 possibly, but like,
oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, Grand Theft Auto was
yeah, no, for sure. But yeah,
right.
have this just have it pop up onto land.
Absolutely. Why don't you gotta use magic for this?
Yes, I do.
Let's do it.
Let's
roll plus weird, please.
Yeah, sometimes you may need to act. Okay, so plus weird instead of tough. Okay, question. I'm gonna mark a luck and roll a 12 on this instead of failing. When I spend a luck, the official council of wizards is going to poke their noses into my business.
They're not happy with you.
No,
they're not.
They're part of the industry, man. They're the problem.
That's true. All right, yes. So this works perfectly without any glitches. You do what you set out to. You see this, though. What does your magic look like?
So, at this point, so what it is that he doesn't use like a magic wand, or a staff, or like his hunting knife or anything like that as part of it. What you see is that it looks like he starts playing charades and like does like one word movie, and then like casts the spell. that is, or like one movie, 2 words, Ice Age, like that kind of
Yeah,
thing, right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
where he's
Absolutely.
inserting a movie effect into real life. That's how he's kind of like learned his magic.
I dig that.
He's stuck with
Jackie looks across the river and goes, "Ice, ice, baby."
Yeah.
The
That
hit
also
single
hasn't
of this
come out.
year.
Oh, is it this
Oh
year?
shit.
This
Nice.
year.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, so Ice Ice Baby, boop, slant him up onto shore.
Yeah, you see this being come out of the water, and again, it is like a woman up to like just like where her belly button is, and then it is just an amalgamation of like flesh and dog heads and tentacles, and there are snakes coming out. So it's just like it's like Ursula if Ursula also had snakes and dog heads. I guess
The Dogs Out didn't come out until 2000. Wasted
Nope.
opportunity.
Yeah, she kind of tumbles onto the land, and her hands kind of come up and her tentacles push her upright, and she like looks to you, Jackie, and she hisses, and all of the heads hiss, and you hear the dogs growling.
As soon as we arrive on scene, if she's in a position where she's not in the water and Luke has a clear shot, he's going to take another one.
Sure. Roll to kick some ass.
It's still tough. 9.
Yep. 9. All right. On a 9, do you have anything with your partner that they can give you a +1?
No, we have a thing where if I get hurt, I can make it go to him, or if he gets hurt, I can make it go to me.
That's
it.
All right. Yeah, so you shoot this thing, and as you do, she like looks back at you, hearing this large explosion. Yeah, and you see one of her tentacles picks up a stone and she throws it at you, and you're gonna take 2 harm as she pegs you with a rock. Or
I'm going to take
Eric.
1 because I have a protection pendant from Eric that gives him 1 armor.
Hey, yo. I like that. All right. Let me just double check. Okie dokie. Okay, I think you've all gone, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so she kind of turns to you, Jackie, and you take a look in her eyes, and you begin to feel something as she like really locks onto you. I would like you to roll an act under pressure, please.
Okay.
Vanilla Ice Ice Baby. But now we're acting under pressure.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, dun. I got an 11.
All right. You feel this like sort of her eyes, you feel their alluring stare coming over you, and you remember that what you've been told about her so far, and you start to shake off this effect of being lured into a stupor from her movements. And you kind of start to feel something weird in the air, like magic. And next to I guess behind her on the edge of the ice bridge, you see a portal open, and a robed, smaller looking man comes out. He has a piece of paper, like a ring of paper, and a pen in his hand. And Marty, you recognize this is Gareth. He does a lot of the paperwork for the council. And you see him, he kind of like, he pushes up his glasses as he's like, all right, Marty, what's he? He like looks up and sees this creature in front of him, and one of the tentacles, or one of the snake heads, sort of lashes out and hits him in the chest, and he like goes down, and he's completely taken off guard in this, and he kind of hits the ground and goes into the water and starts flowing downstream. So that happens. What? I can't hear you.
I said I'm gonna rush after Gareth. I'm gonna use my ice magic to like get him out.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll to use magic, please.
It's cold. Okay. Let's see it.
Hey. That was kicking some ass with combat magic. Let's go. Yeah, you are able to kind of like make a little invert so it pushes him up and like he sort of lands on his ass on the shore and he's like
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, look, I know I'm not supposed to do the like push my luck kind of thing, you know? Like I know I'm not supposed to do it, but man, there are kids like less than a mile away from here. I felt like it was a little necessary. How you been, Gareth?
What the hell was that?
He just lets him know, like,
yeah. He's kind of like just gathering himself and like he's gonna be okay for a moment. You can let him be.
Oh, I was going like I wasn't gonna be like, hey man, like maybe you and I could just get out of here. Coffee sound good?
Yeah, no. All right, the other two of you, what do you want to do?
I want to use the help out roll to create an opportunity for Luke to shoot her.
Sure. Why don't you have Luke roll first? Or are you trying to I think you can manipulate someone to, or what's the one where you can move to oh, that's kick some ass. If you do like kick some ass really good, you can force them where you want or get an gain advantage. Or
yeah, I guess you're right. Well, when you help out another hunter, you give them a +1 to their roll when it's successful.
Correct.
But yeah, you're right. The kick some ass does also, like, if you do it good enough, you can give a +1 forward. You know what? Yeah, let's let Luke do his roll first, and I'll see which one I want to do.
Sounds good. Luke.
Can I get Eric involved in this?
Absolutely. He is full wolfie form right now.
Okay. What do?
That's a good question. He is going to be more of set dressing. I think he will take away harm from her. But he's also now in going to be in harm's way. So if something bad happens, it could possibly go to him as well. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
cool.
Eric,
So,
you can manipulate him like an NPC if you want. Like I don't need to tell you what he's doing if you wanted him to do something specific.
Well, I just wanted to get him involved.
Absolutely.
And then I have to reload.
Okay.
So
you do? Does it say you? Oh, reload. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Loud reload.
So Eric kind of scurries over this ice like Scooby-Doo for a moment until he kind of hands do you want to describe what Eric looks like as a werewolf?
What's it fucking called? Scourge Beast, Bloodborne.
Hey yo, okay, cool. He scurries across the ice and you see his hands kind of go forward as his mouth rips into her side or one of her tentacle lower half area. It's hard to describe an amalgamation of a being, but he starts to rip in her, and she is going to take some damage. And she yells out as this is happening. She says, "First it was my beauty, and then it was my land. You've taken everything from me." She's very upset.
Oh, she's not happy with the construction. That was my second guess.
What do you want to do?
The fact that they're building a music camp made me think that she was in on it, but
that's good. That's good. No, they took out her. No, it's more simple than that.
She thought they were in on it, but then she overheard them being like, "And we'll call ourselves the Sirens," and she was like, "God Damn it.
Fuck them.
Well, here's the funny part. Yes, my antlers are very dangerous and they do a lot of damage when they hit, but I have very little tough. So, let's give it a go. I'll roll it and we'll see how it goes. As far as doing a kick some ass roll. Go. Well, that's a 5. So what that means now is that I'm going to use a luck point to take a 12 on that. Now, my luck special is as follows. Your monster side gains power, and your curse may become stronger, or another breed disadvantage may manifest.
You are muted.
You are muted.
Yes, that happens. You've rolled a 12 on this kick some ass. Now, what extra effect would you like?
For the kick some ass, I have to double check what it is.
Yeah, on a 10 plus, you choose an extra effect. You gain an advantage. Take +1 forward, or give +1 to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, +1, or you suffer less harm, -1, or you force them where you want them.
I'm just gonna inflict terrible harm for 4 harm total.
Hey, yo! Should not like that. Yeah,
When I hit hard.
Yes, you do. You're hitting with your horns.
Yeah.
Okay, so you headbutt into her. Your horns kind of dig into her chest, and it's very anime. You don't see any nip, but the hair is movement, and that sort of thing. But
I feel like I literally like lift her up off the ground and like throw her behind me.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you do, these snakes that are on her back reach out towards you and bite into you, and you are going to take 2 damage, 2 harm.
Okay.
As she kind of tries to, it is very spider-like as she gets herself up, but she's still, I guess she never stands, but she kind of looks to the water, and she seems like she's going to try to make some sort of break for it, because she is bleeding some black ichor like it's not very good, not looking very good for her. And that would be her turn. Yes, it's her turn. You guys have all gone.
Yeah,
it's weird only playing with 3 people, because I feel like there should be more.
Well,
yeah,
we played with 5 yesterday.
Exactly. So yeah, she is going to look towards the rest of you and scurry past. Well, no, she's just gonna attack. She's gonna attack you, Jackie. You see the dog heads. There's like 3 of them, and as she rears her upper torso back, and you see the dog snarling, and there's blood and visceral coming from them as they reach forward and try to they attack you. I think they just do it, right? Am I missing?
Yeah, that's typically how these things work.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 2 harm from them, ripping into your fluffy little legs.
Yeah, owie.
Yeah.
I don't like
that. They kind of shake their heads back and forth a little bit as they do.
I'm unstable.
Right. Next round. Who's up?
I'm shooting.
Shoot it. Gonna roll to kick some ass.
9.
9 hits. Yeah. You where do you shoot her? What does it look like?
I'm aiming for like upper torso. Like
okay.
But between the titties.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, you shoot her. You do 2 harm?
Yes.
Okay. You shoot her. The bullet goes directly into her chest, and you see her kind of her eyes open wide, and as she like looks to you, she looks towards Eric, and you see the tentacles wrap around him as she begins to fall into the river, dragging Eric with her.
I am going to just create a sheer blade of ice to come out of the river to cut the tentacles.
Do it, please.
I will try.
Do your best.
You know what? I'm just going to use a luck point. I don't trust myself on this.
Roll it first.
Okay. Fine.
You never know.
You never know. A 10! Hey!
A 10! Hey, you do it. You do it, no problems. This blade of ice
just
emerges from the water in such a precise and almost beautiful form. Eric sort of falls on the other side as the tentacles get ripped in half. The blood, this black ichor spilling out into the water, and you can see the water hitting and starting to pool where you've made this ice barrier in the water as this like black ichor, and her body is just sort of hitting against the ice, and the water starting to flow up over onto the sides of the bank. And you see Eric sort of like whip his head up, and he scrambles like a wet dog to the edge where you are, Luke. Kind of like gets up and he does a doggy shake, and
Yeah, like whenever I saw him like start to go in, Luke's going down like he was about to dive in after him, but if he's coming up and he's just like pushing him aside, and he's got a pocket knife out, just in case the skull like tries to get back up, but
yeah, doesn't seem like she is getting up.
incredible.
Everybody all right?
What would you guys like? You've defeated the creature. What would you like to do?
I'm using
Jackie's
magic
gonna turn into. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm using magic to heal Jackie.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into like my little jackalope form and hop into Marty's arms.
Just as he's
Just like really hamming it up.
Working.
Yeah, like I'm just a little bunny. Help me. Yeah, and
nice
I like
cooling
roll
touch.
over and I say, "Can we get whiskey now?"
You betcha.
All right. And with that, and a little bit of help from Gareth, who has regathered his strength, you guys are able to heal 2 from for Jackie. So you are now stable. Gareth kind of just pushes up his glasses and he's like, I'll give them a good word, but they will want to talk to you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got to figure out how to clean this thing up anyways.
Yes, I'll leave that to you.
But to me, I don't want a way to send it back. Like, you take this with you. I don't want it.
There's a natural problem, and it should stay in. No, that's not true.
Look, I deal with ice and frost. Like, I don't do portals. You do portals. You came in here in a portal. Like, portal this way. Gareth.
All right. Okay.
Gareth.
Like,
look.
Tucks the wet papers in his wet sweater.
Look, you know I'm looking out for you. You remember that movie that David Lynch made, Dune? Apparently,
I do remember
Dune.
Dune. It's very long.
Now that's the thing. You didn't see the full Dune movie.
There's more.
There was more. Like, it got cut out, but like, cousins talk, you know. I have a recording of what would be David Lynch's version of Dune if the production hadn't. I'll lend you the tape sometime.
Okay. All right. Okay. You promise?
Of course.
Okay.
Wizard promise.
All right. Wizard promise. You guys do it. Sort
of. Like, no, Marty just did the sign of the cross. Like, he has no fucking idea. Like yeah, wizard promise or whatever.
Okay. He moves to the other side of the brick, and you see him do some magic, creates a portal. The body just goes in with a bunch of water, and then he like looks at you, portal's out.
I think that went rather well.
Eric looks to you, Luke, and is like, did it look cool? Did it good?
Oh, it looked fucking awesome.
I thought it was
He's still
wolf form.
he didn't turn back, right?
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
I should probably.
Luke's just gonna look back at like Marty and Jack and just like, oh shit. Good luck with Tim.
Yeah. I think he might be talking to park rangers right now.
Yeah, you should go check on that.
Yeah. Jackie, you want to get some
I'll-
whiskey?
Please.
All right.
Yeah,
Whiskey
just-
first, Tim later.
Little bunny face in your arms. Please.
Do a wide
Wide walk around.
wide walk back to camp because we did have a lot of gunshots, so I'm pretty sure they're probably going to come out this way.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, be safe out there. I would say look out for wolves, but it seems you already found one. Love you. Love you, Eric.
Uh-huh. What are we doing?
I'm
He
serious, that's the
princess. Yeah, he picks you up princess style, and makes his way across the bridge, and you guys kind of go off deeper into the woods.
And he just kind of like grabs like the back of his scruff and sorry, you little snake bitch. This one's mine.
If he could blush, he would. All right. Is there anything you guys want to wrap up before we end this mystery?
That's it for Marty.
Jackie? Luke?
I already pulled the trigger on the thunderstorm talk.
All right. Now we have to talk to Tim about how his girlfriend just... No, I'm kidding. We don't have
No,
to.
we
That's-
don't.
No,
That's it.
no.
That's
a
the
park
end.
ranger
Ranger's
problem.
job. They're gonna be like, "How did you learn about this?" And it'll be like, "A guy
I got
from
an
camp
anonymous
told me."
call. That's it. That's the end of the mystery. You guys solved my puzzle. Thank you so much for hanging out and running this or being part of this game for me.
Thank you for running it.
Yes,
This is
running
great.
monster.
Of course.
I had a blast.
Good.
But before we can even do anything else, hey LB, there's certain end of session things that we need to do.
Yes, there are. There are end of session questions that I did not post on the thing, but I can pull up real quick. Did we end the current mystery?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Oh, that's help out. Did we? Oh, I don't even have it. in
Learn
here.
more about the world.
Yeah, learn more about the world.
Well,
learned a
there's
lot
some
about-
fucking Odyssey shit in here.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel.
Did we learn?
Is that learning
Uh-huh.
more if we're all supernatural already and this isn't like a new thing for us?
Well, this thing is new for
Okay.
you.
Okay, like
That
something
counts.
that was supposed to be in ancient Greece is in
Mhm.
like Middle America.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Michigan.
Upper
that's
America.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we learn something new and important about the players? I mean, everything. We've learned
Yeah.
everything about everybody at this point. And did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gareth, he was floating down the river.
That's true. Directly that one, as well as saving everybody, all the lovers going out in the water. Yeah. So if you guys are gonna get 2 experience points
Yeah.
from that, and then we're gonna do stars and wishes because that's what I like to do at the end of my Monster of the Week sessions. Star is something that you really liked that happened during the session, whether it was a moment, a line, something a player choice, a character choice. And then a wish is something if we do another episode of this or if we do another mystery moving forward, what you'd like to see from that or what sort of, whether it's a moment or a theme or something like that. So does anyone have something in mind that they want to start off with?
Fucking jackalope bombing through your window, snatching your people up.
I loved that moment. I don't go through the door, I go through the window.
Jackie's not normal.
Jackie's not human. All right. That's a good start. What's your wish for the next time? Come on. More werewolf kisses?
I feel like poking at that relationship would be fun, especially like with the pararomantic things like bond abuse is like other creatures related to your guide will like start getting attention or
Paying
being
attention.
like you show up on their radar.
Mm-hmm.
That could be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
All
like
right.
as part of like his advancements further down, one of the things is you can take supernatural moves.
Oh, cool. Cool. I dig that. If we do this again, I'll look more into the rules for the pararomantic, because this was a little bit of a last minute thing, so I didn't get to study all the new stuff. But yeah. All right. That's good. Who else has a star?
My star is for Connor, because you went fishing with a leg.
Yeah, I didn't expect Luke to come up. I didn't expect Luke to be Freddy and only come up with the traps. But you know what? It works.
I was so taken aback because it was like, okay, we got the leg. What do we do? I need a fishing pole. Like, sir? Just was not expecting it. Loved that. And then my wish for this session, I wanna fail magic when it's not like a super important time for me to do stuff. Like, that's what the luck is for, is like the clutch. Like, I failed magic. Teehee, no I didn't. But like, because I have all of my moves are related to like using magic for things and all of that. So like, I just want to use magic more. It was fun. That's me.
All right. My star goes to Connor as well, because he was like 100% like essentially finishing my sandwiches because like for instance like
You
at
also
the
going
very
to go
beginning.
fishing with a leg?
Well, not necessarily, but like that's a part of it, because I was all like, I have leg, and Connor was all like, we fish with leg now. And like during our histories, I was all like, I have an idea, and I just like pitched the first half of it, and he was already like, oh yeah, my boyfriend tried to eat you. I was all like, yep, we're on the same page. And then the last one was, oh, what was the last one? But I've forgotten what it was. I'd forgotten the first thing beforehand. But there was another one where like I had an idea. Oh yeah, that was the other one. Was that like, I think that maybe this thing is attacking couples, so let's use you and your boyfriend as bait. Like, yeah, like one hundo. Like, yeah, same page the whole way. I loved that. That was great. My wish is for things that we can't have, which is like just playbook stuff that can't come up during a one shot, you know? That's it.
Yeah. I mean, our show's gonna end at some point. We're gonna have downtime. We could just do Monster of the Week for a little. I'm just saying.
I'm not against it.
I told you I could run this at 6:00, and I was like, yeah. Let me just Google some weird lake monsters. Oh, that's cool. I'll do that.
One in the bank.
Yeah, right.
But to be fair, if I'm gonna play in an ongoing Monster of the Week game, I want to play as Agent Phillips.
Oh my god, I love Agent Phillips. I love all like the mind fuck that I have to go through to deal with that character is great. Yeah. Okay. My star. Oh, geez, I didn't even think about it. My star is I appreciated the way you guys went about figuring it out and like solving the problem, because it's always, for this style of game for me, it's like, okay, here's the problem, here are the solutions, here are the clues. How they get there is completely up to them, and I there's no way that I can, think of how you're going to do it. I thought it would go to another day. I thought you would talk to more people or like do some research. But like the way you handled it was great and like out of left field, and I loved it. I loved the fishing moment. I loved the way that Marty handled Patricia, which is just, that's how Simon handles people who are sad. So I liked that. And I loved how Jackie was off the walls banana nuts. With going in and out, just the visual of her them going out of the window. And my wish is more interaction time between the players or the characters, which is always the thing, like letting them, and you guys did a lot of good stuff in between y'all, and making it feel like you guys knew each other well enough, and have been hanging out at least for a while. It didn't seem awkward at all. So that's me. That's it.
Well, that's not all it, because LB, you did a great job today. You did a great job yesterday. Where can we find you? What do you do?
Oh my gosh, I get to go first. Yay! Hi everybody, I'm LBHackEmUp. You can find me at LBHackEmUp on the Twitters and the Twitches, and on the Hack Recklessly Patreon, where we have just uploaded our second Patreon exclusive video of us watching The Lost Boys. It was my first time watching it, and Lauren had seen it before. It was great. Lauren and I, if you want to continue, Lauren and I watched on Saturday, we watched The Ring for the first time for both of us. And we had a lot of things to say after it was done. So if you want to watch our rants about it, please subscribe to that. And if not, that's totally cool. The next time I'm going to be live is on GGK tomorrow. We're doing space stuff tomorrow. We will be space.
Wasn't it?
So
didn't Alex say
Stars Without
masks?
No, we're not doing masks tomorrow, right? Did I? We did masks last week, right?
Yeah, masks was last week.
Yeah. So Stars Without
Numbers
Numbers
my
this
calendar
week,
and know for
where
sure.
I play a mermaid who wears robot legs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no masks tomorrow.
That's it, DanaeKeener.com.
And I'll be last for the outro. Cyber, where can we find you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm on twitch.tv/cyberwolf1 sometimes. I'm also here on Mondays, and on Sundays I'm on High Shelf Collective, where I run Cypher System Zelda. DanaeKeener.com.
DanaeKeener.com is me. That's where I am. You can find me there. I'm Danae Keener, and you can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D, and a lot of things on this channel. You can also find me at Danae Keener on Twitter for the foreseeable future. I've got a pinned tweet there. You can look at my schedule and find out all the things that I'm up to. DanaeKeener.com.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Monster of the Week game that I was in on LB's channel just ended. I think you guys are starting up Playthings of the Gods again here soon, so that's going to be super fun to check out. But that's it. I think keep your grapes peeled for Nerd Immersion's channel on Wednesday, because yes, just keep a lookout, because I don't know. Look, I'm playing in an Evil Dead game with LB and Ted and Sarah. We don't know if it's going to be streamed or not, so check that out. I think it's going to be streamed. I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds like something.
I just need to know if I need to put makeup on.
Exactly. I'm going to be playing a Viking. LB is going to be playing a gunslinger. Nobody knows what Lauren is going to be playing. I know
what Lauren's going to play.
I don't. So this is going to be fun for me. But Speaking of things that have been fun for me, I would just like to say once again, LB, thank you so much for running this game. I know that we made the decision pretty late in the day, so good on you for helping run a fantastic show. Thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by, and thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. We're heading off into our Patreon. Nights in the Courtyard. Check it out. Good night, everybody! Bye!